you following what's going on with Kohlberger that they say murdered those 4 students?
Ugh.
You know what I think?
Sickening.
I think he saw them on Facebook, and he was only, 15 miles away, and that's when he came over there to stalk them. That stuff is very dangerous, you know, because you see the picture of one of them that got killed. She's, you know, in like a bikini or whatever, and, you know, they start posting that stuff on Facebook.
Well, here's my take on Facebook. First off, it's free for one reason. They're getting tons of information off of you. They data mine you every day. Number 2, you get these idiots that telegraph their every move, and they'll tell you where they're eating dinner. They'll tell you when they're on vacation, where they're at. So if you want to rob their house, you'll know full well that the house is empty. You'll know when the house is full. Then they do live stuff where you could take videos, you know, like do live video on location wherever you're at. You know, if you're at a concert or even if you're at the house or whatever. So some of these kids, unfortunately, they think it's cool. You know, it's kind of fun. But at the same time, you are pinpointing where you are. And you don't always know who your friends are.
Right.
Some people collect 1,000 friends. You know 1,000 people? Seriously? You've given a lot of people access to your account, which they could see what you're doing and see what you're up to and everything else. And, you know, it's funny, when we grew up in the 60s and the 70s, you always heard that term, oh, man, be careful what you say on the phone. Big Brother might be listening. Yeah, you know, if the cops ever stop you, you don't have to answer questions. You don't have to say this. You don't have to tell them that. And, you know, you don't. You could plead the fifth. But here you have this device, social media. People put out everything they do, every minute of the day, their politics, their religion, who their friends are, their enemies, anything and everything that you had to beat them with a rubber hose to get, they're giving it up for you for not even a flinching.
And you know why? Because they all want to be a celebrity.
Yeah,
ooh, I got
think they're
followers.
Famous.
Oh, people are interested. Oh, I'm famous. And I'm telling you, this guy pinned them out from that.
It's easy.
Yeah,
it's very easy. And you know, you got to use your head. If I go away or I'm on vacation, the last thing I put it is on Facebook. It's stupid. You know, I don't have to tell people. When I use it, I stay in contact with relatives and friends that are either back east or, you know, other parts of the country. It's a useful, kind of fun way to stay in touch with people. But even politically, I don't get into it anymore because some people are nuts. You know, you get into some kind of a rant with them or something. They can figure out where you're at. Some people, you know, you could track their addresses down. You know their name. There's so many websites you could go to. People Finder. You type the person's name in. You get their name, phone number, relatives. It's amazing how much information on us. And the reason a lot of that information is out there is because it was data mined on a lot of these social media networks. So, I don't know. It's, you know, free speech is good. You think it is. And the freedom of all this information going in and out. But on a daily basis, they're just getting more and more information on you, and they sell it to other people.
Right. Well, that's what I think, how he became obsessed with them was from what he saw on Facebook. And so it was only 15 miles away. And he's done more murders. There was a couple up in Oregon that got killed, and this guy has been around the block.
There's something I was scanning through. They were talking about he had these cannibalistic tendencies, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much of that is bullshit and how much of it is real, but these guys have... Look at Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
I'm sure all those poor bastards thought he was pretty much a pretty straight arrow guy. He wasn't that dangerous. And, you know, the rest was history.
There were a couple of movies out early last year about cannibalism, and they were applauding it. I think it was at the Cannes Festival, and I was thinking about that when, they said he had cannibalistic tendencies. That may be the new thing where they'll say, why kill an animal when you have I'm telling you. They'll eventually want to legitimize that. These people are nuts. Short people is the answer to the global climate crisis because large people. I'm telling you, these people are so crazy, they're going to legitimize that eventually.
We were just talking on the radio today about there's a study out with this woman, and they're talking about, how to save the planet, and they're telling that people should pair up with smaller, shorter people.
Yeah.
So do you believe this?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it all goes back to Superman when Jor-El tried to tell the Council of the planet Krypton that the sun was going to explode, and they told him, get lost, and sure enough, that's why he put his son Kal-El, which happens to be the name that, I forget the actor, named his son. Imagine if this guy names his son Kal-El after Superman. That's how insane they are. Yeah, they put him in a rocket. So they got this crap from a comic book.